This is Calcat the Calcatster, and this is an update of cast members from the cast of Starcrackers and Transtech, Ultra Transformers Mush. Well, not really Ultra Transformers Mush, but Space Bridge a little bit. Through osmosis. There was no contact with him during Space Bridge at all, really. But Tim Cantrell, Timinus Prime, has returned. There was a Facebook notice that he had returned. Also, there was we basically orchestrated it. But yeah, he would get called today on Sunday, the 1st of August. He had foot surgery on his foot over a year and a half ago, April. He doesn't walk much, but he has a 4-year-old and he is living in San Jose. So at some point in the we will have to meet him on an episode of the Calcat show thing. Not sure about all that other stuff, but it would be cool to have him on board for the Starcrackers thing. Maybe he has the Oracle or something. But we did not discuss that. They discussed Transformers Prime, which he's finished watching. It's a couple of years old, but he finished it. Also, he saw the Bumblebee movie and he liked it, and he saw some of the Cyberverse, which I did not see. He didn't see the Netflix one, though. He didn't see War for Cybertron. I'm not sure if he has the game or not. He has not seen the Mush. Although that Calcat guy reminds him of him. Of me. It is me. So so that's a Tim update, I guess. I figured it has been a couple of hours since that happened, and I thought to just update on the video to put a video out there that says Timinus Prime is back and could cameo in future stuff or discuss future stuff at some point. A lot of the sets and designs and things in Mush were updates that copied directly from some of his early stuff, from the Transtech. The Rebel storyline in there, and the other one is very similar to one that he thought of. It's not the same, though, because it was done by another author, so that I don't know, but that we took his story and rewrote it as a Transtech and filmed it. So it wasn't really his. There's some of his stuff. When he's got a byline on some of it, mainly on the finale, Shared Hallucination 1 and 2, which some of that actually was our stuff from the back in the day, Trans 2 and Carta, updated version, as well as the Transtech stuff. There's just so much stuff to watch that one cannot watch it all. So, So the other Cantrells are still around, and the villages, and there's, so he was the character of Schmidt and Moore in Starcrackers, because Lonnie was not available to play Schmidt, not Moore. You might think he'd be Moore. No. Also, there were no girls available to play Kimchi. Martha didn't want to play a character, so she didn't. So the idea of MC Kimchi was born. It's basically me playing a character. Because there was no one else. And it would have been weird if the character of Sarah in that series was played by me. That would be strange. So Mark's Cards played the character of his girlfriend, and him, and Clark. Even though Clark was loosely based on the teacher in Pine Hill, who wasn't really pansexual, like it kind of implies he is. But not really. They weren't. We did not discuss Starcrackers really at all. It was a Greek thing. It was a phone call thing, so it wasn't like there was anything. Didn't discuss anything like that. after first contact since April of 2019. So at some point we'll be going. We'll do an episode where we go and find them and put it on the story, and maybe come out here during one of the John nights or something. Okay, that'd be cool. Neither of us know what happened to Jim Buffkin, or Jim Chacon. I think he may have seen On Location up on Amazon. I wonder what that was too. That's awesome. Yeah. So I wondered what it was. Silly Shrek. I don't know if he knows about Silly Shrek being up there. Probably. It was in the early stages at that point. He probably hasn't read it though. He doesn't really. I don't think he reads, but I don't think he reads much. So, yeah. Unless it's a video. I think he's seen one episode of Chimera. First act. Possibly the whole thing. I didn't really talk about it. Yeah. It wasn't like I was doing an interview, so it wasn't that. In an interview, I'll have to ask him. But yeah, to Tim Cantrell returns to the series. It looks like or something. If he's still around, he'll be consultant on whatever we do next. If he's around to consult about it, there's another Transformer thing or something. Yeah. So we always get together and brainstorm about Transformers and stuff. He did like the idea of the Transformers Prime Bumblebee killing Megatron into space instead of Prime, because that was more interesting. Than the other one. But yeah, that was clearly not Blitzwing in the Bumblebee movie. That was clearly Thundercracker, Skywarp. Skywarp. But they called him Blitzwing. They got to get those right. He's not too sure on this new Beast Wars Transformers thing. Yeah, Rise of the Beast. I'm not sure he's on board with that necessarily. He wasn't that on board with the Minicons back in the days. Yeah, the Minicons. Even though he collected a lot of the mini Autobots, the Minicons were just too much. Yeah, so. In fact, I wonder if we accidentally recorded them. No, maybe not. But yeah, so. Conversation with the Calvins. Yeah, I don't think I did record. Oh, no. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. One of the original Minions leaders from the Pineville days is back. This time, no force of the universe will stop him. Clang! It's a line from Transformers. 87, or Return of Optimus Prime. Yeah, and Angie's in Reading. So there's another Minions leader out there. Curiously, though, Angie being in Reading is interesting because basically in the fictional adventures, there was an episode where there was a cameo by Angie, 93 in the fictional adventures, and she's living in Reading in 1993. But she was actually in LA at that point. We didn't know that. And then in Oregon, and then back to Reading. So she's actually where she would be in the fictional adventure. It's pretty weird. And we have no idea what happened. There's no one. That house in Jim Buffkin, the house in San Jose is not theirs anymore. Don't know what's going on with that. Jim Buffkin. Can't find him. And there's no arrest record and no death record, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's weird. But oddly enough, the records of his father's 2009 death, 2010 death is still there. Jim Buffkin's father. Cantrells are alive. It's so the Minions. Be cool as me and he asked about John, whether John thing, or Mark's cards, same guy. Yeah, so every Thursday, maybe we could have a reunion of just the three of us. We didn't talk about Batman, oddly enough. Probably bring it up if there was a meeting of the future. Of course, the last time I did one of these, I talked to Tim things, was 2014. He didn't show up live since then. So it hasn't been like, oh my goodness, it's been that. Wow. Yeah, he didn't show up live since then. Yeah. So we have to rectify that. Maybe we'll do like a E-Entertainment exclusive sort of interview thingy with the three of us cast members and just have like camera. These are the guys from Starcrackers and Trans years ago. Shooting the shit, talking and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it.